Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the StarCraft 2 ESL Pro Tour Europe Weekly Cup. That's right, we're playing for money, we're playing for EPT points, we're paying for guts, glory, and dank memes. In the top right, we have the blue Terran player. He is Mousesports' Heromarine. I do not know the score. I think this is game 2. I don't know which player won the first game. All right, chat is saying Hellraiser 0-1. Does that mean that Hellraiser lost the first map? People aren't clarifying super well. I'm sorry. When someone says 0-1 or 1-0, I'm like, I just want to know who won the first map. That's okay. We just jumped into this lobby because it popped up. So we're ready. This is the first semifinal. I believe we're at best of 5s now. In the bottom left, it is the red Protoss, of course, Hellraiser. Since you said Hellraiser 0-1, I'm gonna assume that you meant that Heromarine won the first game. So let's see it. We got a good Terran vs Protoss series. Big Gabe looked fantastic in his series earlier. Really high level play out of the Gabe. So I am expecting some good things from him, especially if he was able to take the first map. I wouldn't say that was super surprising. His form has it's been good lately. I mean, a lot of people call these cups the Big Gabe Weekly. I don't know if Cyril or Rainer signed up for this one, but you know, when the scariest players in your region aren't in the Weekly Cup, it opens the door for a lot of people. Opens the door for a lot of people to be able to come in and carve things up, and that might be one of the reasons why we're seeing some of these guys get momentum. Winning these cups gives the confidence, reassures you that you're a based god. Now, what I do find interesting is that Heromarine build here. He went for 1 Marine into a reactor and then a factory. So he's basically just said, no, I don't want to build a Reaper. No, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like building a Reaper. I'd rather just have more Marines faster. Or it's possible that this is also one of those swap and Hellion builds. But the only reason why I wouldn't say that is, I mean, why would you build the factory here if you were going to swap? Right? I don't know. So I assume he's going to build 2 Marines at a time. Yeah, okay. Hellion. Starport, probably. Yep, there you go. Very standard schmandard. And Hellraiser going for the new Protoss standard, as I'm learning, is just going for that Cyber Core first. Get that tech out fast. Have those units out early. Be ready to rock and... Sorry, I just sneezed. Roll! I sneezed again and opened my menu. That's my day. I always sneeze in 2s. I don't know. I have some weird genetic thing. Life is good though. I hope everybody's been having a nice day, enjoying the broadcast, enjoying all of the games. I'm still thinking about that last series. It was so good. That Clem Denver match was really fantastic. So we've got Heromarine securing that natural. And this is very, very parting-esque, right? This is very similar to what we've seen. At least from the StarCraft I've been able to keep up on. Like I said, I did go a little bit without internet, so I haven't been able to keep up on everything in the last couple weeks. But he's been pushing this really fast Prism. Lots of Stalkers. You don't even get Blink. I mean, you can get Blink. Parting usually gets Blink as well. But you just really put that pressure on early with Stalkers and a Prism. Of course, he might just want to keep the Stalkers at home and try to harass with the depths, but since he's warping in more Stalkers, I'm going to assume that is what's on the menu, baby. Now, this is going to possibly get awkward, though, right? Because he's got 3 Stalkers in the Adept. He doesn't know that he's got 3 Hellions racing towards his base. And we've also got this medevac. So, Pylon is going to be put up to wall, which is nice. But he could also elevator into the main. He's got to be careful. The Marines have the firepower. I mean, 2 Stalkers aren't going to really be able to kill these units with a medevac to support them. There's the Stalkers getting dropped inside the main now, but 3 Hellions inside the main of Hellraiser while the Marines are pushing the front with the medevac support. He has tried to warp in a Stalker to block off one of the entry paths, but even with the shield battery, the Hellions can actually one-shot the probes. He instead pulls them over. He says, you know what? I'll take the probes in your natural. Your main base is a little bit too well secured, so I think leave the Marines here to fight the Stalkers, get those Hellions on those probes. 14 SCVs have died trying to defend against the Stalker push here. The Prism is still alive, but all the probes in the natural getting roasted and toasted. And on even SCV count with probes, it's absolutely in the Terran player's advantage. The Hellions are killing Stalkers. You rarely see this. And even still, Yeah, those Marines took forever to get finished off. He still has one more Hellion. Now, obviously, one Hellion is not going to do anything to this mineral line with a shield battery. Although I guess if he was able to shoot 7 probes at once, he could drain the energy of the battery pretty quickly. If you line up the shot, yeah, as long as you're hitting quite a few units, it has to restore the shields of all of them. But yeah, I think as we see, they're not going to be a big play. Nice thing for Big Gabe, though. Hopefully recognizing that is, in fact, a Dark Shrine, and he's trying to get the Prism. He does. Getting rid of that Warp Prism is extremely important. I mean, you think about it, that Prism is going to finish around the same time as the Dark Shrine is, and because of that, he loses the Stalker, but also, he's not going to be able to warp in DTs and use them immediately. He's going to have to send the Prism out, then warp in the DTs, then go for the drop. So just that alone delays pretty much everything that Hellraiser would have wanted to do in this situation by at least a minute, I would say, because you still have to travel across the map with the Prism as well, and then stop. It takes a second to turn into warp mode. It takes a second to go out of warp mode, etc. So these Stalkers are walking home. It's a walk of shame, really. We lost our warp Prism, friend. Oh, yeah, we're good. But now the new Prism is out. The Dark Shrine is ready. Where is he warp? Is he just warping the DTs in at home? That is interesting. So they're gonna take a little while. My dog is trying to open the door to come into my office right now. I can see the handle turning. My dog has 7,000 IQ. All right, he's in the room. But we have the Archon. Oh, okay. So maybe this is just like a charge lot meme. Is that the play here? He wants to try and surprise him, I guess. I guess Charge Zealots could do it. I mean, he doesn't have combat shields yet, but +1's about to finish and stim. So his window is very small. If Heromarine steps out here, though, I actually think he might be dead. He's going to get attacked right before these upgrades are done. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, pull back. You definitely don't want to get caught in the middle there. Good tank placement, though. Good Lord. That's not bad at all. But the Marines, he has to make sure he focus fire the tank onto the Stalkers. So far, so good. He's blown them into pieces. He actually has a couple of Widow Mines here, too. Big Gabe with a big defense. GG. He takes game number 2 in this best of 5. Well done by Gabe there. I mean, just off the way that the opening builds matched up against each other, Terran is definitely in a better position to lose some workers early on than Protoss if they both take damage, right? For Terran, you kind of expect to be behind on workers a little bit, so you always want to kill probes. But if the Protoss is like, yo, well, I'm going to kill your SCVs too. He's like, no, actually, I'm totally okay with that. Kill 10 SCVs. I'll kill 15 probes. And then you're going to have to, you're not going to be able to forward leverage your production with Warp Gate like Protoss usually does. So just a pretty clean execution there from Heromarine to take game number 2. And he goes up to 2-0, so he just needs one more map win to make it to the finals. All right, we're loading into game number 3. Yeah, that dog learned how to open doors when he was like 4 months old. And he couldn't reach them, and now he can. Life became more difficult. All right, it's best of 5. This guy's up 2-0 in the bar, or in the top left. Game number 3, possibly the last game of this best of 5. He is Mouse Sports' Heromarine. It's pretty cool. Pretty good Terran player, you could say. And his opponent in the bottom right, we have from Clash, he is Hellraiser. Got some tentacle monsters today, huh? Another little tentacle Protoss guy here. I don't know, though. It's always weird, right? Do you guys ever think about how people... Not everybody plays the campaign. But at some point, campaign stuff influences what happens in the actual game. But all the multiplayer units for StarCraft, at least for Protoss, like they still have like their whole Kala thing. Like the High Templars still have their little tentacles. The Zealots still have their little tentacles. I don't know. I think about that a lot. Because technically, in 2015, the Protoss gave up the Kala, right? Sorry, spoilers, I guess. But then, you know, in multiplayer, you still see them every day. There are models of all of those units without the tentacles, in case you were curious. Because in the campaign, once they sever, all your units actually don't have them anymore. I don't know. I wish I could play as a modern Protoss, I guess. I guess I want to play as post-Legacy of the Void Protoss in SC2, but you don't get everything you want in life. And that's a damn shame. So it's a regular old Reaper expand from Heromarine this time. No one Marine into a reactor. SCV is going to scout. He wants to know what's what. He wants to know what's up. It looks like this was a Nexus before Cybernetics Core. So going a little bit back to a classic style. And Heromarine is going to once again try to sneak a cheeky bunker behind the mineral line here of the natural for Hellraiser. Thank you very much, Arios567 for the 3-month resub. Much appreciated. Your support helps a lot. Now, Hellraiser, I don't know if you watched that the other game, but there you go. The SCV. Bzz, 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 bzz. Now, this is the hard part, though, because you got to go all the way around this mineral patch like a cannon rush in order to actually hit that SCV once it goes to the other side. So, Heromarine is still able to finish the bunker, and this is going to stay in an annoying position. And I like this, though, because he's like, yeah, no, make the Stalker come out. Make the Stalker come out. Move the SCV with the Reaper into the bunker. Poke as much as you can. Now, what is the follow-up? Twilight Council, Factory, Reactor. These are all very standard things. He did get one Marine, second Barracks. So he's kind of going for like a 2-1-1, it looks like, as the follow-up. Or this could be akin to the special strategy that we saw earlier, where Juanito didn't get a tech lab and just used 2 Barracks and tried to do a Marine tank medevac push as a quick, dirty follow-up. But he did that on 1 base. I do expect Gabe to get a tech lab on his second Barracks. But maybe he won't. Maybe it's going to be one of those 2-base all-ins with SCV pull. Who knows? Who knows? He has the shield battery. Good micro. Dodging the Stalker shots with that SCV load micro. At some point, you want to just yeet the Reaper into the main. Look, he set up the rally. You see that? There you go. Boom, boom. Straight out. That way, he can salvage the bunker. Keep the Reaper alive. Get the scout. Look, Twilight. Blinking, getting blink. He opened with Stalkers, highly likely to be a blink build. Sees the Robo, so he knows that this is, you know, if this is all here, it's highly unlikely that there's anything else going on. As a Paranoid Terran player, I would tell you that I always feared DTs, but yeah, they're just really not that common, honestly. He says as the Dark Shrine gets built. Well, Hellraiser tried to do it last game, and he kind of wanted to do it with like a charge build. It wasn't actually... It was like he wanted quick and dirty Archons instead of Dark Templar, but I think that also had to do with his Warp Prism being so delayed. In this game, it's going to line up a lot better, like I was talking about. So Prism is going to reach the other side of the map when the Dark Shrine has about maybe 10, 15 seconds left to go. So, I don't know. The opportunity is definitely there. F you, rocks. No one likes you unbuildable plates. If the plates are unbuildable, then Twitch chat, riddle me this, riddle me that. How did the plates come to exist in the first place if they're unbuildable? Huh? What say you? Checkmate, atheists. Now this one random Marine. Oh my god, I'm mad. Oh! He kind of got a glimpse. He kind of got a glimpse. You know, his Marine saw it, but did Gabe see it? These are the questions. These are the questions that haunt me. He's got a turret. He's got a turret going at the front. Now there's nothing in the main. There's nothing in the main. There's going to be 2 Dark Templar. He has a scan in about 5 seconds, so he will be able to scan soon. Unfortunately, that's not the Stim Tech Lab. So he will cancel combat shields, but he's not going to be able to do anything about the Stim. And yeah, he needs to get those turrets up because as soon as that scan is over, he won't have another scan for about 20 seconds. But he's got the mines there, so I guess it's okay. This is a lot of DTs, though. But the turret's about to be done, so I think the window of opportunity is gone. Oh, it's Archons, I see. So he's following it up with the charge. He's following up with the charge once again. This I actually really like, though, because the Archons can soak those mine shots. The Archons are not scared of the Widow Mines. And honestly, they're not scared of random Marines either. It's pretty easy to just pull these bad boys back. I haven't seen many Archon drops used versus Terran, though, if I'm being honest. This Adept sees a Widow Mine drop moving out. I don't know if he knows that it's Widow Mines, but there's 2 mines being sent there. He's going to try and put some serious pressure onto his opponent. Concussive shells being added. He restarted combat shields on the Safe Tech Lab. That's one of the reasons why, you know, on maps like this, when your add-on has to point out of your base. Really good grab on that, by the way. Wow, he's just going to warp Zealots in with this and try to hit him. He's hitting from the north and hitting from the south, hitting from the north and the south at the same time. Siege tank in the natural gets blown up. There's a lot of Zealots here, Daddy. And the SCVs, though, doing a really good job of body blocking for these Marauders while the Marines up top continue to get hits in. But, oh, the Prism! He flies right into the Marines. It's dead. And that might be it. I don't know that Hellraiser has the firepower left. He does not. GG, Heromarine advances on to the finals with a decisive 3-0 victory.